Hey everyone, I just wanted to go over with you guys ahead of time a project that we're going to be starting in class on Tuesday. So the whole purpose of this video is to get you guys a little bit of background information on what you guys are going to be working on Tuesday, just so you guys have more in class time to get going on it. So the project that we're going to be working on is called a SuperHero element project. And notice first thing the due date. So the due date is not until Monday next week, September 16th. But for this project, you'll turn an element into a superhero. Your superhero will have a characteristic and an appearance associated with the chosen element. For this project, you will need to research the elements in the periodic table and complete a poster and a story. So from this, you guys can tell that you guys are going to choose an element, get some basic information off of that element, and then you're going to design a superhero off of that element. And the first part of this project is you guys will create a poster. So for the poster, your superhero element will include, first thing will be like a creative name, and then general information about your element. So an image of the symbol with the atomic number and atomic mass, so like the symbols that we see on the periodic table. We should see an image of that square. Both two physical properties and two chemical properties about your element, an image of your element in its natural state, and you can have multiple images of your element, and two examples of how the element is used in the real world. So that's just the general information off of the element that you choose. Okay, and you can choose any element off the periodic table, just something that you guys find interesting. Then also on the poster, you guys include an illustration of your superhero and a description of your superhero's powers. Now for this whole poster, it's pretty much going to be a digital poster. I will share with you guys the template that you guys can use through Google Slides to insert all your information. And then you guys can print it out in color, and then you guys can add in your illustration of your superhero. And understand that illustration has to be to the best of your ability. Okay. So that's the first part, is the poster. And then the second part, you will also write a story or create a comic strip about your superhero. But the whole point of the comic strip or the story is that we're going to be looking at a battle. So the story should include explanation about how your superhero got his or her powers and include a battle with their nemesis. Okay. So for example, like if my element that I'm researching is sodium, I know sodium is very reactive with water. So that could be, water could be sodium's arch nemesis as an example. Just for something for you guys to go off of with. The key thing there should be a battle with it. And then next Monday, what you guys will turn in is both the poster and your creative story or comic strip will both be turned in together on Monday. Please keep in mind as we're going forward, you guys will get all day in class on Tuesday to work on this assignment. And then you guys will get sometime either Wednesday or Thursday this week, because half of you guys will be working on lab and the other half of you guys will be working on this project. So just kind of keep in mind going forward, you guys will be given about a day and a half in class time to work on this. And the rest of this will be need to be completed outside of class. All right, so looking at the rubric for the poster, you can see what I'm going to be looking at. So the title, superhero name, that it should be a creative name of the superhero's element. General info, all information included about the element is included and it's all correct. Illustration of the element superhero. The drawing of a superhero element is in color and contains detail, and I can tell there's effort put into it. Description of powers. The powers are described in detail and relate directly to the element's properties. Okay, so going over like the element's physical and chemical properties. You also notice I want your citations for where you got your information. What I would like to see is on the backs of the poster, you guys can just copy and paste the URLs or the websites of where you guys found your information. But I'm just looking to see at least 3 resources that you guys used. Okay, and again, you can just copy and paste that onto the back side of the poster and then print that out. And then the story rubric, the superhero's background. So again, it could be a story or it's a comic strip. But the superhero's background, the story explains how the superhero got powers, and powers relate to the element's physical and chemical properties. The superhero's nemesis. The story describes superhero's nemesis and explains why he or she is their nemesis. That's kind of a key thing, that you're explaining why they are battling each other. Nemesis can be explained using the element's physical or chemical properties. Okay, and same thing with the comic strip. I should see like images of that battle. I'll also be grading you guys on your spelling and grammar for either the comic strip or your story. So just looking for correct spelling and grammar. And I'm also looking for that if you're doing the comic strip, that the comic is well drawn and described. Okay, so kind of tasks going forward. Keep in mind on Tuesday, we're going to get going right away on this project. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. But the first thing you guys need to do is choose a partner. I will let you guys, if you want to work with someone, you can. If you choose to work by yourself, that is totally fine. But I'll let you guys choose your partner. But just make sure that you guys do so wisely. Just because you guys will be getting the same grade on this. Okay. So if you decide to work with someone, just make sure you let me know who's working with who. And if you choose to work by yourself, that is totally fine. Just let me know that as well. But once you guys find who you're working with, or if you choose to work by yourself, you guys will then choose an element to research. And everyone should be doing a different element. Not everyone in class should be doing the same thing. And the first thing you guys need to tackle once you figure out who you're working with, what element you're doing, is I will share with you guys the SuperHero data sheet. And that's basically just going to help you guys organize the basic information about the element that you guys chose to help you find information on the element. Okay, so key thing is this needs to be done before you begin making your poster or your story. And I need to see this done before you guys begin that. So I'll sign off on that before you guys can move ahead forward. That's probably going to be the main thing that you guys should be doing on Tuesday in class. And then once you have your data sheet done and I've seen it and everything looks good, you guys can go ahead and make a poster and then write your story and get creative. Okay, so again, you guys will be given all day Tuesday in class to work on this, and then either Wednesday or Thursday, depending on if you are A or B group. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to jot them down and ask me in class. But I will see you guys on Tuesday.